Hey everybody, it's Karen and we are back to step 2. So I told you in the last session that I was going to put my freezer paper on my design and use it for layout, and you can see that I did that. Everything is exactly placed in the holes that were cut out from the freezer paper. And then I used that marker pen just so that I had some kind of line to follow for when I stitch down my yarn. Now, I decided to start stitching around my wool, and the way I do that is I use 2 strands of embroidery floss. You know that embroidery floss comes in a 6-strand skein, so you're going to divide 2 strands out of the 6, and I don't like to have too much floss because otherwise it's going to get tangled. So if you hold your needle here, I wouldn't have more than about my arm's length worth of floss to work with at one time, because also your needle needs to keep moving up that thread, otherwise your thread is going to break from all of the pressure of pulling through all at the same place. So let's show you how I'm going to do my stitching. I tie a knot on the back. You can see my little knot. And then I am just going to take little stitches from the inside straight out to the outside. And then I angle my needle to do the next stitch. So you can see the stitches are maybe 1/4 of an inch in length and no more than 1/4 of an inch in distance from each other. And I try to go straight out from where I came up with the needle so that the stitches lay pretty straight on the wool. Now, of course, the wool is a little curvy, so it's not going to be perfectly straight, but you can start angling your stitches as you go around corners. And I will tell you, I don't like to do really pointy points. So if you look here, you can see I did a straight stitch right on the wool. I did not do a stitch going this way and a stitch going that way because the wool is so skinny here that it would have shredded. So I'd rather do a straight stitch, the thread pretty much matches the wool, and then start my stitching along the outside. So I'm just going to keep going around, and as you can tell, I love using my tiny little applique pins. Once I get an area down, I'm just going to pull this pin and maybe move it out of my way, but I'll keep these pins in to hold everything in place as I continue stitching. So that's how you're going to sew down all of the wool pieces. And next I'm going to show you how to sew down the yarn.